Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Crypto Takeover coming back with another video again for y'all this evening. Sorry about the late update. It's been kind of a crazy day. I was updating my computer and had to reconfigure some settings on here. So with that being said, Bitcoin has been kind of dumping just a tad bit. Kind of expected for the most part. We've been kind of eyeing 9,600. But is it safe for a short entry right now, or should we wait to find a position to go long in? That will be on this episode in this video. So if y'all are interested in that, please stick around. All right, guys, so if you're brand new to the channel, I go over Bitcoin TA every single day on this channel using Market Cipher by CryptoFace. So this is the official Market Cipher indicator that I have down here at the bottom, as well as Cipher A and SR that I am using by CF. So if y'all want to check that out, y'all can go to CF's YouTube channel and find the indicator on there. But I do videos every single day, so if y'all are interested and want to stick around for that, please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way y'all can get updated every single day on a new video. So I am kind of pushing this out late today, but I do want to get it out for everyone that has been following me and part of our groups as well. So as we can see, the 1 hour SR, we are starting to trend in a downwards momentum. Bears seeming to be in control underneath this VWAP area as well. I would say that we probably need to find support above this VWAP before I will become anywhere at all bullish right now. Right now, I am not in a position, and I've told my Patreon members that as well, and the Telegram group, that this is probably just a no trade zone for me right now, just to see exactly what's going to happen. So I'm thinking about actually starting on the 30-minute time frame now, just to get an idea of what money flow is what signifying to us as well. So if y'all are wondering what the buy sell signals are, I use the whales buy sell indicator, and I have a specific setting for that. So if y'all want, I did do a newsletter update about how to set that up. You can get signed up for the newsletter if you want. It's free, but now that video is only for a certain amount of time available, and it has been deleted. So if you are interested in how I get that set up, you can become a Patreon member. I have the Patreon post in here as well in the tier 1 group. If you want private coaching, it's going to be a little bit more. So with that being said, but y'all can get signed up for the newsletter. I'll do updates in there. I also do some of the Patreon posts after a couple of weeks of letting my Patreon members know about them first. Then I'll send them out in a newsletter. So that's a fun way to still be in touch with me too if you're not a Patreon member as well. But we can see on our 30-minute money flow that we've been kind of trending in the red. So now we're just kind of waiting to creep up into this green area here and start to move back to the upside. You can see that we did hit money flow for a little while. We started to move back into that greenish territory, and then we came back down into our red money flow, and it just continued to the downside here. So we are putting in a lot of potential bottoms with our big green dots here as well, but we're going to keep going into these higher time frames. Big green dots here as well, but money flow is still pushing us down to the downside here on our 1 hour as well too. Our VWAP, it looks like we do want to test it again. So whether or not we get above it and hold that support, that is yet to be determined. Right now, our 21 EMA is also around that same area that our VWAP is right now too. So we take a look at our 2 hour. Money flow is still also trending in the downwards angle. We have 2 big green dots here, what we could also signify as snake eyes, as what we call in the Market Cipher community, thanks to CryptoFace. So also, but our red money flow is pushing us down here, so we just need to be aware of that and not get too bullish off of these snake eyes that are appearing right now. So once these start to consolidate just a tad bit more, I would say that this red money flow needs to consolidate on our 2 hour a bit longer, so we could see some more downwards potential. Our 200 smooth moving average is at about 9,300 right now, so we could come back down and test this smooth moving average, and I do believe that we have already bottomed out below our smooth moving average on our 1 hour. So definitely in favor of the bears right now. We just need to see how long this is going to last, and as we start to move into these higher time frames, we can tell that this might only be temporary, and we just need to look at this as a consolidation correction during our bull market that we have kind of found ourselves in right now. So as a lot of y'all know, we put in this somewhat of a double top here at 10,500 as well when we had that China pump a couple of months ago. So we'll zoom out on that in the higher time frames here in a little bit. But that is major resistance for us right now is that 10.5 area. So if we can come back and retest that, that would be nice to see if we can break through it or not. I would imagine that if we do come back up to retest it, we could definitely push through it to see maybe 11K possibly. So our 200 EMA is sitting at about 9,300. You can see over here the green line is at 9,300 right now, and this is on our 4 hour as well, with also possibly a sell signal that maybe needs to be hit. Still trending below our SR. I'm going to turn off SR because that's mostly meant for scalping. And if y'all are using Market Cypher, I know a lot of my Patreon members are. I do plan to do a video soon about scalping methods using Market Cypher as well too. So if y'all are interested in that, you need to be signed up for the Patreon group. There's a few different methods. I'm part of a bunch of different paid groups, to be honest, and some of them don't use, or only Crypto Face's paid group uses Market Cypher, right? But there's a lot of really knowledgeable members in there, and they've taught me a lot of stuff as well too. So they've taught me a few methods, and I want to share those with y'all. But then also some of the other paid groups don't use Market Cypher. They just use regular indicators such as MACD, RSI, and EMAs to scalp. So I want to share those with y'all in the Patreon group as well too. Here on some future dates, so stay tuned for that. I do have a free Telegram group that you can join. So the Telegram group is free to join. If y'all are interested, y'all can join here. Link in the description box below. And also the Discord group is free. Part of it is free, not all of it is free. I do have a paid area in there for Patreon members only, but we do still have a lot of discussion going on outside of the Patreon channel. But as you can see, I have a Patreon members only channel too. And this is where a lot of my Patreon members will get my buy and sell signals and my short and long signals as well in the Discord group. So right now, it's $20 a month for the services of the Patreon posts and also the private Discord channel with my shorts and longs that I time in and out of the market. But I do plan on rising that price up for the paid signals. So you will get access for the $20 still to the Patreon posts that are on the Patreon page. But to access the private Discord channel, I'm going to make another tier, and it will cost a little bit more. So just a heads up on that. If you do get signed up before that date, which I would imagine I'll probably start doing it at the end of February, going into March, I'll make a new tier, and it will cost a little bit more for the signals. But if you are already signed up for the $20 tier, then that will allow you to be locked into my private signals group as well on Discord. So I wouldn't wait to get signed up, but if you do choose to, you will. With tier 1, you'll have access to my Patreon page, and then with tier 2, you'll have access to Patreon page and the private signals Discord channel too as well. So if we take a look here at our 4 hour, we are putting in a big green dot right now. Money flow is kind of moving into the red, so we do need to be a little weary right now of what's going to happen. I would imagine that this money flow will probably continue to be just a tad bit red. I mean, you can see that we've kind of been putting in this top here in somewhat of a downwards angle too as well. So with that, there's a possibility that we come back up to maybe put in another trigger wave on our money flow as well too. But I would say that this big green dot here on our 4 hour is a good indication of a somewhat of a potential bottom as of right now. So and what we like to say is it's a temporary bottom sometimes, especially if the money flow is going against us. So if money flow is going to be holding us down, then this big green dot is going to only mean a temporary bottom for us too. So maybe some consolidation here to maybe start moving down to this 200 EMA as well. And as we start to move into the 6 hour and 8 hour, we can see if money flow hasn't even creeped into the red here yet. So as we start to move into this red money flow here, that could just signify lower prices too, potential temporary bottom here right now. But since the money flow is going against us, we'll probably see a few more big green dots being put in down here. We could wait for a snake eye maybe to play off of that. But right now, I feel like there's just a lot of high volatility right now. So we need to be very aware of what's happening and to almost wait to see what market is going to decide for us as well. So the 8-hour hasn't even put in a green dot just yet, but money flow is kind of trending against us right now. If this closes, it'll probably be a small green dot. What I would like to see is a big green dot later on the 8-hour at least to know that there is somewhat more of a bottom for us as well. Because money flow is going against us, I would imagine that it's going to take a few days for us to see a big green dot. But I think as money flow starts to go against us, we'll be underneath this pivot point on Cypher B. And then once we hit that big green dot, that'll indicate somewhat of a more bottom for us in this upwards trend that we are retracing in right now. So we have our 200 simple moving average, or 200 EMA is at about 8,800, and then our 100 EMA is at 9,300 right now too. So those could be next support for us. It doesn't look like we've quite tested them just yet. We could come back up and retest this 21 EMA on the 8-hour. But let's take a look at the 12-hour and kind of go from there. We broke below this 21 EMA, which is a significant break. And we just need to be aware of what could happen here. So on our 12-hour, our 100 EMA, which I would suspect that we would come down and touch that, is at about 9,000. So, just be aware. Anywhere between low 9s and high 8s could be a potential retest for us, at least a retrace. And our 12-hour ready to start moving into that red money flow as well. So things are definitely looking more in favor of the bears right now on our lower time frames, and we just have to keep this in consideration, because I was always saying that February was going to be a high volatility month, us breaking out like this, and then once we start to get these higher time frames, you can just tell that the volatility was just going to be really high. So I knew that February was just going to be a high volatility month, and we were kind of expecting that. So we really just need to decide what the safest play is for us, and I will be keeping my Patreon members up to date with what plays I am making in and out of the markets. Mostly swing trading is what I like to do too. But this would have been a nice play here off of this 12-hour sell signal. So maybe some of y'all went in on that know how to set this up. But our 100 EMA at about 9,000, and then our daily, what I was looking for honestly was a retrace back to our 200 EMA too as well, to our 200 daily EMA, and that is at about 8,800. So because we just broke out of this to continue a bull market, I feel that we're going to need to come back down and retest it. We can go back into the data and see that that has been a big part for us to stay of support, is this 200 daily moving average during our bull market. But when we first broke out of it in our last bull market, we came back down to retest it quite a few times. So we broke above it here constant, and then we came back down here to retest. So that was another retest area for us as well, and then another retest area here as well. So it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for us to hit low or high 8s to come back down and retest some of these major trendline supports, or these EMA supports for us that I like to use. So I pretty much just use the 21, the 100, and the 200, and this is the smooth moving average of the 200. I have settings on here for the 50 moving average as well too, so I can also update some of the Patreon members as well about how to use some of these EMAs. Some of the scalping methods that I use are also based on these EMAs as well, so I can update y'all on that as time goes on. So let's take a look at our 2-day here. This is where we were kind of bullish, but this is where also the high volatility is going to come into play too, because it does look like we are ready to start moving back into that greenish territory of our money flow, and with that we would probably stay up above this pivot point on Cypher B. So we just need to be aware of that and play safely, and make sure that we are using proper risk management with our trades. Let's see if and guys, by the way, so the Patreon member group, the prices will be changing there, so if you want to go ahead and get the price locked in now, get signed up for it today. Then also I am using TradingView Pro Plus plan. So if y'all are interested, I know y'all do have Market Cypher, I would recommend the Pro Plus plan. You can add a few more indicators such as the whales buy sell signal on top of Market Cipher. If you have the basic, I think you're only limited to like make 3 indicators at a time. If your strategy is to buy and hold, which I'm not against buying and holding whatsoever, I think it's a great strategy. And I'm actually accumulating 2 of my favorite altcoins that I have listed in the Patreon group that I explain why I'm so optimistic about these altcoins and why I think that people should be in heavy accumulation of. And honestly, one of them is kind of floating under the radar right now to just say that it could have major potential in the near future. And then also the other one could possibly flip the BTC market cap value in the near future too. So I've just updated the Patreon group about one of our friends that I'm also a Patreon member of too, Michelle White Dove, if y'all know about her or if y'all have heard of her. Yeah, she's a very interesting person. So I have links in the description box below of all the Patreon groups that I'm a part of and all the paid groups I'm a part of too. So y'all can check those out if y'all are interested. But for my Patreon group, it's just a consolidation of all the information that I'm getting, and then also my own analysis of the market and the future of cryptocurrency, to be honest. So if buying holding is your strategy, buy a Ledger Nano X. I think they're doing a special right now for a free Ledger Nano S when you buy a Ledger Nano X. So go ahead and use the link in the description box below, and that will help support the channel. I am doing a giveaway at 5,000 subs for Ledger Nano S. So in order to qualify for that, please be signed up for the newsletter. It's an easy way for me to get in touch with you if you do win though too. Leverage trading with Bybit. This is always trading is very high risk, but you know, if you use proper risk management, you can obviously come out on top sometimes too. And if you are interested, you can use the Bybit link down in the description box below to get signed up for this leverage trading website. Please access the testnet first to trade fake Bitcoin and not risk your own stash that you hold right now. So in order to use the testnet, you can access, or you can ask chat how to set up or how to get access to the testnet. It's like a 2-step process. It's super simple, and all you need to do is just get signed up with the link in the description box below, and then ask them how to access the testnet to start making sure that you are a profitable trader on the testnet first, that your algorithm is working, and then you can actually deposit your real BTC. So I know a lot of YouTubers don't even talk about the testnet anymore, which I find ridiculous. Why, you know, you're just going to basically get people, newbie traders in there to deposit their Bitcoin and, you know, 100x leverage. And that's like, you know, so I'm one of the YouTubers that's actually telling y'all to use testnet first. Please, by all means, use the testnet first. Make sure your trades are profitable. Make sure your algorithm is working. Even using my signals from the Patreon group in testnet first is a great way to know when to take profit, when you feel comfortable of taking profit, based on your risk reward management, right? If you are leverage trading and you are a USA citizen, you can use Prime XBT. This will allow USA citizens to leverage trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, EOS. It also has S&P 500, gold, and silver. You can use Bitcoin to leverage all of these commodities and stocks as well too. So check that out. I am using the Brave browser to basically make passive income and earn BAT token. So as you can see, I've been earning BAT token the past couple of months, and it's been great to just click on ads and get paid in BAT token every single month. But also Brave browser, it was also made by Mozilla Firefox creators, and it is a immaculate browser. Like, it's super lightweight. You can opt in and out of just regular pop-up ads if you need to. These shields here are freaking awesome. I mean, I don't ever see a pop-up ad anymore, to be honest. Like, and it's a great browsing experience with Brave browser. So go ahead and download that now. Start earning your BAT token. Opt into the ads that they have, and then you can also tip your content creators using BAT token, such as me as well. I'll come back to that. All right, let's get started on our 3-day then. Our 3-day, Money flow is kind of still trending off to the side just a tad bit. We're waiting for this to start to move up to the green side. I will be a bit more bullish once our 3-day money flow starts to move into that greenish territory as well, and that's just kind of what we're waiting for. We really want to keep an eye on our 1-day to see if this 21 EMA is going to hold us as support or not. If we break through, I would think that we're going to come back down and retest this 200 daily EMA, and that is at about 8,800. So I'm keeping a close eye on this 200 daily EMA, and I would say if we break below 7 or 9.5, 9.6, then I'll be more comfortable for a short, and I will be keeping my Patreon members up to date with those price targets and when I enter and exit the market. So let's take a look at our 4-day now. 4-day money flow doesn't know what it's quite wants to do just yet. It looks like we did start to move into the reddish territory as well here too, indicating some consolidation that could happen here before we decide to break up or down on our money flow as well. With a red dot here on our Cypher B blue wave too, that's a pretty big indication that we could be in a little bit of a downwards trend. Let's go into our 5-day. 5-day 21 EMA support is still at about 8,600, 87. So 88 is going to be a target that we need to keep an eye on to see if we find that as support, if our next support, if we break our 21 EMA on our daily. And then our weekly money flow is still looking really healthy. It looks like it's ready to start mooning for us just a tad bit. So the weekly is still looking really bullish. And so that's where I'm like in between the weekly and the monthly charts. I'm really just like, man, we're in a high volatility month. We need to be safe. We need to use proper risk management. We need to wait till the market decides to go in our favor and then take it that way. So because we still are in somewhat of a bullish territory on our weekly, I would feel more comfortable in a long position than a short position. But there could be an opportunity for a scalp in a short position as well. So we just need to kind of play it by ear, use proper risk management, and stay tuned to the charts, so that way we can see what's going to happen. And then also on our monthly still looking really, really bullish for the most part. So we just want to see how this candle body closes at the end of the month. If it's just a big wick shooting star candle, then that's when we need to be a little scared, to say that we could start to move back to the downside. We just don't want to see a big shooting star here. So depending on where this body closes, that'll be great determination of what could happen going into March as well. So y'all, with that being said, quick reminder here, if y'all don't have CryptoTab browser, it's a great way to start earning passive income just by mining Bitcoin straight from your web browser. And I just made a withdrawal from here the other day, and I've already withdrawed it to my Bybit account, and it's already sent. It's already went through and everything. So this obviously reset, and the withdrawals do work. So there, it does what it needs to do, to say the least. And I don't have to worry about setting up an ASIC miner to get all the Bitcoin or whatever. But at the same time, it's not going to get you that one full Bitcoin within a month or something like that, but you can use it on other laptops that you have. All you have to do is just sign in with your Google account, and you'll have access to all the information that you need to be able to start mining Bitcoin from this web browser, even on your old tablets or your old phone too, if you need to. All right. And with that, y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm available there. If not, message me on Discord. Say what's up. I'd be happy to talk to y'all. If y'all have any questions or anything like that, feel free to message me. Join the Telegram group, and then also the Patreon group is available. The prices will be changing at the end of the month, so go ahead and lock in your price now. And with that being said, CTO is signing out. Sorry for the late video again, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Peace.